See, I got a lot of NFL opinions. Now I'm ready. The season's starting. This preseason, as you know, I never know what's going on, and I'm always confused. I'm now ready. I have football opinions. Anyway, we're leading to something here. With the NFL season opening tonight with Dallas at New York, here's a story that ties in to Tony Romo. It's about Jessica Simpson. I mean, how can you take seriously a guy who dated Jessica Simpson? Well, why do you have to defend it? Because he's from Burlington? Why do you have to defend Tony Romo? Everybody in Wisconsin does, like he's one of our own. He's not one of our own. He used to be one of our own. He's a cowboy. It's like people are still fans of Dwayne Wade because he went to Marquette. He's a Miami Heat. You know, these guys leave. You know, what do I care about him anymore? I'm interested in Russell Wilson's career. I kind of hope he does fine, but I won't be a fan of Russell Wilson. He's a Seahawk. No, do I care how well Peter Kahns does? Who did he go to? Did he go to the Lions? See, I'm not fully up to speed because I don't watch the preseason games much. I'll only know when I see the game start because I'll see there he is out there. There's Peter Kahns. Now I know who he is. Here's the other one that I know people are really, really bad at. People are bad at who the backup quarterbacks are. Who's Kyle Orton the backup quarterback for? I'm giving you a second. I think it's Dallas, isn't it? I think it's Dallas. Maybe I'm wrong. No, he's not in Denver anymore. Now that they have Manning, they didn't need him. I think it's Dallas. Yeah, getting people to know who the backup quarterbacks are for which team, that's hard. Until the games get started, that's hard to keep track of. Where's Trent Edwards playing now? I am Dallas. Where's Trent Edwards? He's just fell off the planet, didn't he? Anyway, Jessica Simpson. I'm not making this up. Jessica Simpson is now so fat she's doing Weight Watchers commercials. Did you read her explanation of how she got fat? Well, she was pregnant, and obviously that does result in women adding on weight. But did you hear what she said about it? For those of you in Burlington, this almost was Mrs. Tony Romo. Listen to this quote. I let myself indulge in everything because it was the first time I was ever pregnant and I wanted to enjoy it. I wanted to be happy and eat what I wanted. I didn't realize the weight didn't all come off with the baby. What did she think? She'd pop out the kid and all the fat and follow shoot out too? I didn't realize the weight didn't all come off with the baby. Which, do you think she's serious? Does she actually not know that if you gained weight when you were pregnant, that when you have the kid, the weight doesn't come out also? How painful did she think childbirth was going to be? Okay, here's the kid, and here goes all my fat. They don't liposuction the baby out, Jessica. Do you really think she is that dumb, or did she just say that because she's trying? She tries to pass herself off as, dumb. That's her whole thing, Like Suzanne Summers, but then Suzanne Summers decided that she's an intellectual who thinks you can cure cancer by, eating daffodil seeds or whatever. Well, that's what she thinks. She's against all that stuff. She's against cancer drugs and all that. She said that if you drink green tea or whatever and eat dandelions, you'll get rid of your cancer. She says this, or whatever it is that she says. But that's not her trying to be ditzy. She actually believes that. So on Jessica Simpson, do you think that she actually thought when she had the kid, the fat would come out with the baby? Paul said she thought that Yes, well, we debated that when was she making that up? The chicken of the sea thing. She was actually thinking that those were chickens under there, right? But we were wondering at the time, was that her playing the role? Was that her being Daisy Dukes? Or was this just how stupid she actually is? Well, now this. You think I'm making this up? It's in USA Today. I got it right here. See this? You see me holding it up? I didn't realize the weight didn't all come off with the baby. Have you seen the pictures of her? Have you seen what she looks like right now? She weighs like 3,000 pounds. They actually haven't disclosed her weight. Paul says she looks like a blonde Linda Ronstadt. She's enormous. See, I always wonder about Weight Watchers when they hire these people to do this stuff. What if she doesn't lose the weight? Doesn't that make late Weight Watchers look bad? Well, but everybody would remember. Well, I mean, I know that you always eventually gain it back, but I mean, when you're doing it, I mean, what if they hired me to do one of those and I didn't lose any weight at all? Well, yeah, I mean, what if she gets bigger? I mean, once you get to this point, she is though at the point of no return. I'm telling you, she is enormous. She's not like a little chunky. I bet she weighs 175 pounds. Paul says she might be pushing 200. They're showing a picture of her with her fiance. I mean, what do you think he's thinking about this? He thought I'm getting one of the hottest women in the world, and I mean, 3 more years, we're talking here Rosie O'Donnell. I mean, she's huge. She's working with a personal trainer about 4 to 5 times a week. She's doing short, simple body toning workouts. For years, there's been a lot of publicity about her weight cycling. My weight has always been something people like to comment on. I've gotten used to it. It'll start to get boring at some point, I hope. Nobody wants to talk about their weight. For me, I've had to come to a place where I am comfortable with myself. I'm a mom now and get to be a role model for this beautiful little girl. Getting back into shape after pregnancy is challenging, but it's important for feeling confident as a woman, she says. Plus, Simpson says she has a plan. I think if I drink a lot of Maalox, I can just crap it all out and I'll be back to being thin. She doesn't say that. How do you even know? Which of the 2 statements would have been likely to be one that I made up? The first one that she actually said in this last one here, that she thinks she can chug Maalox and crap it all out and then it'll all be gone. People in Burlington getting madder and madder. Hey, remember how terrible he played that Thanksgiving Day game when she showed up there and watched? She's wearing his stupid jersey, wearing number 0, whatever number he wears. You don't even know what number he wears. Romo, yes, 8. She had that 8 on and she's sitting there. What was he, like 4 for 26 with 9 interceptions? Oh, Jessica's watching him so nervous. He choked over that. Can you imagine if he actually... You know when they last won a playoff game? Somebody told me it was 2010. I thought it was 96, but maybe it was 96 until they finally broke the string in 2010. That's one of the biggest frauds, by the way, of all time. The people still think of the Dallas Cowboys as an elite franchise in the NFL. The Dallas Cowboys aren't as good over the last 15 years as the Bears. Yeah, they won a game in 2010 over Philadelphia. They broke that streak of 96, and then they proceeded to lose. They proceeded to lose the next game. So they did win one game, one playoff game in the last now 16 years. One playoff game. So why are they looked upon as an elite franchise if they've won one playoff game in 16 years? 96, as I said, 96. Then they broke the streak in 10 when they won one game. They won one playoff game in 16 years in the NFL. That's not a team that's an elite franchise. That's an inferior team. They're below the Tennessee Titans over the last 15 years. Tennessee went to a Super Bowl in that period. They're all overhyped, the America's team and that whole thing. They're a 0. Paul says they're Seattle. They might be Seattle. Seattle might have some upside. Their guys aren't all old fossils like they are down in Dallas. But Dallas could actually win the East. And Jerry Jones has even said, this is my last chance of this group where I'm going to have to blow it all up and rebuild. You know, I think the Giants are going to regress, and while Philadelphia has the most talent, they don't have a quarterback. I shouldn't say they don't have a quarterback. I think that the quarterback position's a weak spot for them. I have a hard time thinking Michael Vick's a guy that's going to take you to the Super Bowl.